Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 3, uh, the Streets of Mos Espa. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is probably my favorite episode so far because it gave us more of an idea what's going on in the present day and less flashbacks. We actually got the least amount of flashbacks so far in this episode, and which made me happy because I want to know right now what's happening in the present day. Although in the recent flashbacks, they might be giving us a hint at how it could be tying back into the present day. That did intrigue me a little bit. So let's get right into it. What did I like? What didn't I like? Yeah, I like that the episode started off with um, Boba Fett going out there and seeing what trouble is going on. He gets some word that there's some trouble, that someone is a group of people who are half cyborg, half human. They're not paying back what they are supposed to, and when he goes out there, he realizes no, these group of kids, they're not really kids, but these group of young adults. They are just struggling out there on the streets because the people, this old guy, he raises the money, and so he even realizes, okay, this is unfair bullshit. So he invites them to work for him. The guy ain't so happy about it, but Boba Fett's like, I don't care what you're not happy about. You're gonna, number one, you're gonna take $500 instead of what you were actually asking for, 500 credits. Sorry. And then you're gonna reduce your prices. So next time, if I come for water, it better be lower than what you're, uh, you know, asking for. So the group, the gang, whatever, Boba Fett's, recruiting people over to his team because he's gonna need a squad of his own, and they accept. And then so I actually thought that was cool. I'm not too sure what to think of these group of characters yet that Boba Fett's recruiting, but so far they seem cool. They seem cool to me so far. And then we get into the flashback. And in the flashback, Boba Fett is out there. He's talking to those squid-like characters from the previous episode, from the flashbacks. And by this point, I'm like a little worried because I'm thinking to myself, oh, don't tell me this is going to be the rest of the episode, a whole flashback again. But as it's going, it goes with the, something about the sand people. I forgot what the conversation was exactly. But that Boba Fett was going to go back to the sand people and tell them to leave these squid guys alone. Because it seems like, they're owning up to their situation from last week, and okay, now we can leave these guys alone in peace. But when he gets back, the sand people that took care of him, that took him in, and he helped train, and they helped him with other things. They're all dead. We see a bunch of smoke. Boba Fett goes over, and they're dead. And so he has to burn them because that's a tradition. In the world of Star Wars, when someone dies, you cremate them without the jar. And so I thought, so is the rest of the episode going to be him finding, like, where is he going after this? And that's where we cut back quickly back into the present day with that Wookiee type character. I want to get his name right. Satan. Satan. He's that Wookiee-like creature we saw in the previous episode, working with Jabba's cousins, who I thought looked badass in the previous episode. And I'm like, I want to see this guy fight. And we actually get to see him fight once he wakes Boba Fett up from his daydreaming. And the rest of the episode is just in the present day. And we see this brutal attack. He battles all of Boba Fett's men, the people that he just recruited, including Fennec Shan. And they trap him into the Rancor pit. So that was all great. I love seeing that Wookiee fight. I want to see more of this Wookiee, especially afterwards when they made the trade right after, when Jabba's cousins came to get their Wookiee back. And they brought a Rancor for offering peace. I like how these two just admitted, yeah, we tried to kill you, we're sorry, as if they're not gonna do it again. We know that these guys are coming back because when they were making the trade, Boba says something to Crescentin that hey, as an ex bounty hunter, be careful who you're working for, and hopefully he listens to that advice. Although he serves as a great villain, I'll say that, because he just has that look of a villain. I'm like, man, this guy could scare the shit out of Chewbacca. So I hope we get to see more of that badass side of this Wookiee. So they make the trade with the Rancor, and Danny Trejo appears in this episode. He's obviously an actor that has been in a lot of Robert Rodriguez films, including the Spy. What is it? Spy Kids franchise, and I know he was in The Flash recently in the last couple of seasons, and yeah, it was cool seeing Danny Trejo pop up in this. He's always a lot of fun. He appears in a lot of the Muppet movies or Muppet properties too. So he's clearly a guy that likes to have a lot of fun and wants to pop up in fun places. And the Machete franchise as well. So yeah, that was cool. Although I don't know if we should be trusting him, because I don't know. There was some sort of, well, he was talking to Boba Fett about the Rancor. I was expecting him to like cut the Rancor loose and have him eat Boba Fett. And I still think something like that could happen. So I hope Boba doesn't trust this guy too much, because it felt like he was trusting this guy. And I am starting to feel, I think Boba Fett has been, it's funny that he's not killing anybody or setting some rules like that, because the last person he killed was Bib Fortuna, who took over for Jabba, right? And okay, that was my last kill. Now I'm gonna start making peace. It's like poor Bib Fortuna, man. You couldn't even negotiate with him and tell him, hey, get out of that throne. It's mine now. And maybe he would have gotten scared and been like, okay, Boba, okay. But no, he didn't even give him the chance to turn down the throne. He just shot him and, now took over Jabba's empire, and now he's setting this rule that no, I'm not gonna kill people ruthlessly. I'm gonna start treating people with respect, because that guy, he didn't deserve my respect. But let me think, what else was in this episode? Obviously the mayor is up to no good. I didn't expect him to be, even though he led Boba to the Hutts, Jabba's cousins, last week. That hey, you should look into those guys, because it was a little weird during that scene, like awkward tension going on. So to learn that the mayor is bringing in those squid guys, it's like, oh, okay. Now I think we're seeing the flashbacks connecting back into the present day stuff, and we're going to see how the flashbacks are now going to be integrated into the present day. So I'm looking forward to that now. If the flashbacks do continue, which I kind of hope they're more like this episode, like give us sprinkles of the flashback. Don't give us a whole half episode of flashbacks. Give us some little moments of the flashbacks, like important moments that we need to know. And like this episode did, and see how they come back into the present day and tie up whatever the grand story is going to be, because I'm not really too sure where this story is going yet. It seems like war is coming, but the whole last couple of episodes isn't just going to be a war, is it? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But either way, I'll say this episode was a step up for me from the previous two. I did like last week's episode a little bit more than the first episode, but this episode for me easily the best of the three so far, and still could be better. Still could be better. But we're starting to see things rolling now, which is what I'm interested in seeing for next week, where we're going to go next, how this war is going to come about. That should be a lot of fun. So with that being said, leave down your comments below and tell me your fan theories and so forth. I'm very curious to know what other fans are saying and thinking. And with that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.